I'm checking out. Last day here at the Capilina Beach Homes. Last day. I gave my 2 sets of keys, 2 mailbox keys, and my stickers. Well, I'd like to say, gonna be a good day, and happy Valentine's Day. So, no news is good news. And what I mean by that, well, let's back up a couple days. I have to move out, so I turned in my keys, but I had a bunch of stuff that I didn't quite need or could use, and I thought that I would be able to use it, but I can't. Cause, like, for instance, I have a bunch of food and stuff. When I was moving out, the movers couldn't move things like my propane tank. So they took the propane tank off of my gas grill, barbecue grill, and they set it on the side. And they can't take my perishables, like my food items. So I'm stuck with all of that stuff, and I had to put that in my car, and I was thinking, well, I could use that in the hotel. And I was like, how are you going to use a propane tank inside the hotel? So I'm like, what I'm going to do? I tried to do the right thing. I didn't throw it in the trash. I was thinking that one of my coworkers, the environmental, was going to get and jump my case if I was going to throw that inside the trash, because, oh no, heaven forbid, there'd be a big old explosion, okay? No. So then I was thinking to myself, well, the food, I can give that to the homeless folks, and maybe where I get my tank recharged, I can turn it in and donate it, and someone else will happily take it. So I went and took one box, packed it in the car, packed the propane tank in the car, drove off. I found the homeless group for the first box and dropped that off. Everybody's all thankful, everything's good to go. All right. Bam. I go back to the store where they sell the propane, and they say, yeah, bring it on in. Just put it in the cart, bring it on in. And I take it, put it in the cart, bring it in, and then somebody else stops me and say, hey, what are you doing here? You can't just leave this here. And I was like, yeah, I was just told that, there's like, well, I don't know. The person was like, well, I don't know all of the instructions, so you might have to listen to this guy. Well, let me go talk to the manager. Come to find out, no, you can't just willy-nilly drop off propane tanks. And they're like, well, you're going to have to try somewhere else. Try this spot. And I'm like, that's way far away. So, try to do the honest thing, and when you can't do the honest thing, I guess you do kind of the wrong thing. But I didn't do totally the wrong thing, so don't worry. I had someone handle it for me. So the thing is like, I didn't get rid of the propane tank that way yet. So I was trying to figure out another method. I was like, But anyways, so I loaded another box of goodies into my car for the homeless. And I know I like my goodies. They might not like my goodies as much as I do, but I like my goodies. So I'm pretty sure that they had a good time with my goodies, the way I have a good time with my goodies. That's so good. Anyways, so this time, when I go and drop off this box of goodies, I make a deal with these homeless folk. I say, hey, I'll give you these box of goodies if you get rid of this propane tank for me, okay? Only thing you gotta do is just get rid of it. So, they shake their head, like, we'll do whatever you say. We'll do whatever you say for this box. So they took the propane tank. It's in good hands. It's in good hands. We got it. We got it. All right. Moving out. So I gave them the box. They got the propane tank. And I went about my business. right? Went back home to get the last box of goodies to drop off, which I just dropped off today. And I was thinking to myself, well, in between that time frame, there was a night, which is last night, and I was thinking to myself, you know, I've come across a bunch of chopped up cars, and they dispose of, they sell metal. And I'm like, what if they were to cut into that propane tank, trying to cut the metal out of it? I'm like, that couldn't be good. I'm like, I hope they know how to use that thing, because that might not be so good. So if I hear an explosion or see something on the news, I might have to lay my head low for a couple days. So it wasn't me, it was somebody else. I think I wiped all the fingerprints off of it. It's a little greasy, but it'll be somebody else's fingerprints on it by now. But the thing is that I don't know if I made the best choice. But I bet you this, if they figured out how to use that propane tank, they eat good. They got like salmon, they got olive oil, they got like flour and sugar, and they could bake up a storm. And if they ain't baking up a storm, they probably just gonna have a big old boom. But anyways, the last box I had, the last box that I gave away, should I say, that one, I did not want to part ways. That's why I gave it away last. But I can't do nothing with it. It's got all my protein powders and shakes and stuff like that. So the homeless folks that got that box, they gonna be ripped. They gonna be swole. They ain't gonna look homeless. They gonna look like a regular average beach person, you know. Well, I might not look like an average beach person yet, but I'm sure they're gonna be working out harder than me, because I got the stationary job, a desk job, and they unfortunately do a lot more activity than I do. I'm pretty sure of that, right? Or they can just, yeah, I think they are, yeah. I think they'll be like super strong. Anyways, I'm getting a call, so I'll talk to y'all later.